Today's video is about money traps in your 30s. So we are going to discuss these money traps or these pitfalls and how to avoid them. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier. Let's dive right in. All right, we do not want to let our 30s become a series of financial regrets. So let's talk about these money traps and how to avoid them. And I'm going to share some of my personal experiences with you. All right, the first money trap that I want to bring up is to avoid excessive credit card debt. When we are in our 30s, we probably have a pretty good job and things are pretty stable. And so we start to become a little complacent with our money. And we start to think, oh, well, I could probably travel more. I could probably upgrade my car or even my home or whatever it is. And we just start spending a lot more money and start swiping that credit card. And then all of a sudden we have all of this debt and we are paying a lot more for these items that we purchased than we originally intended because we're paying so much in interest. So we want to be really careful on what we are spending our money on because there are a lot of temptations out there, including using Amazon Prime all of the time or walking around Target. Whatever it might be, it's really easy to swipe that credit card and not be super conscious about what we are spending our money on. We want to make sure that we still have a money plan, that we have a spending plan set up, and that we are following that spending plan so that we do not become excessive in our spending. And if you do already have credit card debt, I do have another video on how you can pay that off very simply. I will leave a link above and you can check it out later on. And then money trap number 2 to avoid in your 30s kind of goes along with number 1, but it's avoiding lifestyle inflation. As our income is growing in our 30s, as we are more established in our career or our profession, we're going to continue to see that income increase, and we can also start to increase our expenses. Instead of keeping our expenses the same and then having more money to invest or to save. We really want to be careful of lifestyle inflation. And people around us are probably buying boats or new cars, whatever it is, and it can be a real temptation to try to keep up with our friends or our family or our neighbors. But we need to really be careful with where we are spending our money so that we do not fall into that trap of lifestyle inflation. For me personally, I know when I do see my friends buying new homes or they are taking these expensive vacations, I sometimes think, oh, that'd be nice to have a new home that's newly built and it's all clean and it's huge. But then I think, Tiffany, do you really want that? Do you really want a larger mortgage payment or do you not? And then I can think, you know what? I really do love my own home and it is completely paid off. And I love not having that mortgage payment. And this goes right along with money trap number 3, and this is not setting financial goals. If we just think, oh, well, I've already achieved so many things, right? I have a good career right now. I have purchased a home. I do have a car, or I've started my own business, right? We feel very established. And so we might become complacent and not continue to try to improve or set new goals. So we really want to make sure that we are still working toward something that we want to achieve. I know this has been a game changer in my own life. By setting financial goals along my journey, I've been able to make progress with my finances, and I was able to become financially free and become a millionaire because I set those goals. I set a specific goal to become financially free and become a millionaire, and I was able to achieve them. But if I wasn't thinking about those types of goals, if I wasn't working toward them, then there's no way I would have achieved either of those goals. And it doesn't have to be a huge financial goal. It can be to just save up for a trip that you want to take, or save up for a car that you want to purchase, or just have a certain amount in your savings account. But find something that you want to achieve, that you want to work toward, that is financial and set that specific goal and work toward it. That way, when you hit your 40s, you're not thinking, oh, I didn't make any progress in my 30s. What happened? You're thinking the opposite. Oh, I achieved so much in my 30s. I am so much further along now and I can continue to progress. And then money trap number 4 to avoid in our 30s is not investing or not continuing to invest our money for retirement or for financial freedom. We want to make sure that we are investing our money now that we are established in our careers or that we have a business that is working for us. We want to make sure that we are setting aside money every single month to invest so that we can retire one day. I know when I turned 30, I was thinking, oh, retirement is still really far away. I don't need to really worry about that. But as time went on, I kept thinking, oh, you know what? Retirement is getting closer and closer. I really need to focus on that. And when you do start to focus on investing your money for retirement, then you're able to build up so much more money because of compound interest, your money working for you. Honestly, the earlier that we can invest, then the more money we are going to have. And let me just share a quick calculator with you. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's say we have $10,000 that we are investing in the beginning. And then we contribute $150 a month and we're making a 10% return, which is pretty average for the US stock market. And then we're going to say that we are investing for 10 years. So after 10 years, we are going to have $57,797. Now, if we decide, you know what, I can contribute a lot more than $150. Let's say we are going to contribute $500 over the period of 10 years still. Then we are going to have $129,493, right? That's a lot more money. Now, let's say we did that over a period of 30 years. Then we are going to have over $1 million. We will have $1,328,618. And you can take a look at this chart down here. All of this green is money you did not put in. This is all compound interest. So you can see the longer you invest, the more your money is going to compound over time. This blue down here is your contributions. That's how much you put in. It's so much smaller than compound interest. So you can see the longer time we have to invest, then the more money we are going to have. So it's important that we start as early as possible. And then money trap number 4 to avoid in your 30s is not having an emergency fund. We want to make sure that we have money set aside for emergencies because emergencies are going to come up. They always do. And honestly, for me, it seems like they come in threes. It's not just one emergency. So we want to make sure that we have money set aside for those unexpected events that are coming up. And we can decide how much we want to have, whatever is going to make us feel comfortable. Usually people will say 3 to 6 months worth of expenses is a pretty good emergency fund. And for me, I like to keep it as low as possible so that the majority of my money is working for me, so that it is invested instead of just sitting in a savings account. And going along with this, we want to make sure that we are keeping our emergency fund in a high yield savings account. If we have money just sitting in our savings, then we want it to be earning as much money as possible for us. I personally like keeping my emergency fund in Ally, ALLY. They have a 4% interest rate on their savings account right now, which is pretty good. And if we do have that emergency fund set up, then when we have those unexpected events happen, we aren't going to swipe our credit card and then not be able to pay that credit card off before we start paying interest on it. So those are just a few money traps to avoid in your 30s. And now I want to share a few tips to help you avoid these money traps. The first one is making sure that you do have a spending plan set up. I personally like using a Google Sheet and a free app. It's called Empower. You can hook all of your financial accounts to Empower, like your checking, your savings, your credit cards, your mortgage, your 401k, whatever it is. And you can see your full financial picture in one place very, very quickly. And I check this pretty much every day. I just have the app on my phone and I open it up, and that way I can see exactly where I've spent money, all of the income that has come in, and I can see where my investments are right now. It's a very convenient way to help set up your spending plan because what gets tracked gets measured and gets improved. And then the second tip that I want to share with you is to automate your savings and your investing. You can have an auto transfer to your savings account to build up that emergency fund. And that way you don't even have to think about it. You can also do that with your investing. You can have an auto transfer to your stock market investment account, and that way you don't even have to think about that either. And if you do want help investing in the stock market, I have a free masterclass where I go over how I can help you invest in the stock market. I will leave a link below. You can check out that free masterclass. And then the third tip that I want to share with you, and I mentioned this before, but make sure that you are setting your financial goals. What is it that you want to work toward? Write these things down and work toward them. Make a plan to achieve those goals. It really does help simplify your money. I know that when I was looking to buy another property, I had set a goal to save up for my down payment. And since I set that goal, I didn't really want to spend my money on other things because it would put me further away from being able to purchase that property as soon as I wanted to. If we have that goal on our mind, then we are going to think twice before we spend our money. So I am sure that I missed some money traps to avoid in your 30s. Comment below and tell me one money trap that you have heard about. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more great content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.